Leafs Converts, Hockey World, what is up? This is the Leafs Convo podcast. My name is Norman James. What do you think of those Leafs roster cuts? Martin Marincin, still a Maple Leaf. Garrett Sparks, still a Maple Leaf. Mike and I will have plenty to say on the topic very shortly. Stay close for that. In the meantime, how do these roster cuts affect the Leafs prospects? Our boy Kyle Outridge has more.
With the NHL season ready to kick off, both the Maple Leafs and the Toronto Marlies, the Maple Leafs affiliate, have announced roster cuts, getting ready to set their finalized rosters for the 2018-19 season. With that, I wanted to take a look into our prospects and where the Maple Leafs prospects will be playing this year. Sean Durzi, the defenseman, he's been loaned back to the Owen Sound Attack from the Marlies. He'll receive better quality minutes going back to Owen Sound. Durzi will get top-line minutes playing in Owen Sound. He'll probably get power play time and be able to dominate his last year of eligibility in junior. I think he's been sent down more so due to the numbers and the roster numbers and players still weaving their way through waivers from the Leafs down to the Marlies. I mean, Durzi looked good in his preseason action. He had an assist. He jumped in on the first goal. He was in the play for the second goal in the game he played against Rochester. So I don't see why he couldn't be a player on the Marlies, other than, you know, they want to get him some quality ice time, let him dominate and let him have a good year down in junior and to progress with his development. Joining him going back to the OHL this year will be Mac Hollowell. He's been loaned back to the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds. He played well in his game action as well. He'll also go down and get better quality playing time, playing top minutes, dominate just like Durzi. And with both of these guys being in Owen Sound and in the Sioux, that gives Dubas and company an easier route to watch their development, engage it, and be able to keep an eye on what they're doing and how they're progressing throughout the season. Also, you know, being able to give them better ice time without having to have them sit games due to other players needing playing time. Next, I got Rasmus Sandin, the defenseman we all know, our first overall pick, the 2018 draft. He remains with the Marlies in Marlies camp. He can be sent to the Rogel BK, depending on who clears waivers and who comes back down and what the ice time and minutes will look like for him. He'll likely push for one of the 6 D-man spots if he stays with the Marlies. I do see him probably getting a majority of some playing time, probably on the third pairing, maybe pushing for the second pairing, depending on who comes back. I mean, the Leafs probably want to give him the most ice time wherever that is, but you also want to keep him on the North American style game and let him develop, continuing playing on the smaller ice rather than going back over to the SHL. So it'll be interesting to see how the waiver wire pushes him around and what happens with him. And joining Rasmus Sandin with the Marlies, obviously, is Timothy Liljegren. He will headline the Marlies D-men this season, likely to play top line with possibly Cale Rosen. Another solid year of development will be awesome for Liljegren. More responsibility, more ice time this year. Being able to get a little more bigger role with the Marlies will be definitely good for his development heading into next year, possibly looking for a roster spot with the Leafs. And Jeremy Bracco, he will ultimately head down to the Marlies. He had a good preseason showing with the Leafs, created some energy and some offense when he was playing whatever line he was playing on. He didn't look out of place with the Leafs. Ultimately, roster numbers are going to cause him to go back down for another year of development. I mean, for Bracco, that's probably not a horrible thing. After last year, he didn't see full playing time, having to be pushed around due to Janssen and a couple other players coming back into the Marlies at the end of the Leaf season. So this year, Bracco will get quality playing time. He'll get top line minutes, probably get, progress in his development, and give him another year with a bigger role will evidently be good for him heading into next season's training camp. So it'll be interesting to see how Bracco does this year as well with the Marlies. Giving him some more ice time can only do wonders for him.
Great stuff as always from Kyle Outridge. Get at him on Twitter at SteelSaint03. The man busts his ass creating content for you. Stay close for another collab between Mike and myself. It's coming soon. Peace.